Learning from the built environment. What better example can we get than the one given to us in history by the Bauhaus? Bauhaus, a German phenomenon between 1919 and 1933, in which a group of designers, artists, builders, artisans, the intelligentsia and the craft persons got together and sat around a topic which was, let's recreate everyday objects again, and let's do it in a simple way, and let's do it something that we can use our industry, the German industry for the moment, and let's create them, let's do mass production, and let's take art to the people. That was the case. It was not today's case, in which we are thinking, well, we got to go green, we got to develop technologies and catch up with the rest of the planet that is doing a bunch of stuff. In that sense, we have to create greener products, more efficient and energy-wise, competitive in terms of price and technology against other countries. So two points in history that have a certain similarity. So let's go back and look into the Bauhaus. The Bauhaus, what it did, it kind of gathered really important architects like Walter Gropius, like Mies van der Rohe a little later on, Mohaganagi, this strange mystical character that requested meditation prior to designing and working on the shops. And they put together a little curriculum. I got a sample over here of that curriculum. And that basic course, you can see it has like, it's got rings and it's got different levels. And but the basic topic right here was that they went back to the forms, to the basic forms. Let's look at the circle. Let's look at a sphere. Let's look at the triangles. Let's look at the squares and the boxes. And with those three elements being kind of the Platonic elements, the basics of Plato's elements, let's go ahead and recreate everything from there on. So then they study the materials, and we'll get into that a little bit later. They study the materials, their properties, how does steel behave, and then they study nature. And like in the book, they took examples from nature, animals that knew how to bend and transform from one thing to the other, and actually like butterflies moving around to produce new things. And then basically once they did that, they went back and studied the materials and the tools. How and what am I going to build this with? And after that, they went to see how construction methods, how can we put something fast, easy. So prefab was kind of the moment. And then they studied the form and the color and the composition, how to put together all the elements so that they would look nice, so that they would start to make sense, and you can have very simple shapes really put together to build things in a very, I'm not saying this is Bauhaus, but they did look into this kind of elements and said, how can we simplify this? After done that, they went and studied the elements. They went and saw stone, wood, metal, textiles, color, glass and clay, and added color to them. What would be the best thing? And at the end, at the core of it, is the building and the objects that they built. So Bauhaus kind of created things. I'm not saying that this is a Bauhaus, but this kind of things. Simple shapes that can be replicated and built, putting together two elements. Very simple to build, very simple to make, and very simple to use. And actually look at this one. This is very simple to use. All I need is a little, just a little screw to put this knob together. And then they created all these kinds of objects. In all of this, they did it with a basic concept, among others, that it's called form follows function. And form follows function is a very interesting concept, because what you get over here is you can get any object. Pen. And what you do with a pen is, well, I'm going to describe the purpose. The purpose of a pen is to write. The purpose of a pen is not to apply. I'm not going to put it on my lips. It's not this. It's not something that I have used to apply it on my lips. It's actually something to write. Now, imagine that 3,000 years from now, another civilization comes and looks at this object and says, wow, what a weird object, and look at the kind of civilization they had. Very advanced, because they came up with a mechanism of a pen that you can actually click over here and look, a tip comes out and comes in. That's weird. And now they had this little thing right here. Oh, probably the form, it's long, so I can attach it to parts of my dress right here. And then the other elements that it has, it's like how the other question they made, how am I going to use this? So basically you got to give instructions. They said, well, let's just take this out, grab a piece of paper, just move it around, and then you can actually write with it. Later on, we describe the object completely. And this is how, this is the material, this is its shape, this is its form. It's got different textures right here. Why would I have something right here? So it doesn't slip, it's rubber. Instead, this one, I don't really care. This is a little bit, it's got a metal tip, and ink is released through this end. So we're describing the form, and notice that the form does follow a function. The function is to write again. How am I going to write this? Describe how the object is connected to its use. So obviously it's long because I want to actually use it with my hand. And my hand is going to have a certain position. I don't write with it like this. I don't write with it like this. I grab it like this. So the form is connected to the way that it's long, because I do want to have a support over here so that I can actually write. So the shape is connected to my body. That's ergonomics right there. Now, one thing that would make it less functional, and I just did by accident, I broke the tip. So that makes this pen less functional. And now, can you think of an improvement for this pen? Well, this guy is dead already. Wow. Here we got a calendar and some, I don't know what it is. It's some sort of a publicity for somebody else. So right here, and I'm putting it all back together, if you can come with an object, analyze it, and come with an improvement, you can make money. And that's how, this is what this is all about. The built environment is learning from nature, learning from the Bauhaus experience, learning on how the things are done. Use this rule of thumb, forms follows function, add design to it, and build it, and then voila. So your assignment is, I'll post these 6 questions that I just mentioned to you, and give me an image of the object that you're going to analyze, and that's your review for this week.